Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm doing another update now, mainly because the last one that update I made was I was feeling pretty rough, and I wanted to kind of go over what has happened in the little bit of time that's passed. So I will be 29 weeks tomorrow, so not a whole lot of time has passed. But I did go for another OB appointment, and I was able to figure out a little bit more possibly what was going on with me. And I wanted to make another update separate for that because I feel like it might be a little bit long. So I was saying how I was feeling nauseated after eating. I was really lethargic and just feeling rough and kind of struggling a little bit. And I had gone for my glucose test. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but I did at just before I saw my OB, so the last week of February, so shortly after I filmed that, I went for my glucose test, and I wasn't really concerned with I had a pretty bland breakfast. I had 2 pieces of toast with a little bit of butter on it, and then that was about an hour or two, well, about an hour and a half, I'd say, before my test. So I went straight in the morning. My lab had the orange flavored only. They didn't ask me if I wanted anything else, but it was cold. And because it was cold, I didn't really have an issue with it. The only part that I didn't particularly like was the fact that you couldn't like rinse your mouth out or take a drink of water after, because it is so sweet that it's almost got a bit of a bite to it. But it really wasn't bad. I was able to eat it or drink it, and I didn't feel sick after. I actually felt kind of good after. I had a lot of energy that day. So the cutoff is like 7.7, and I was 7.8. So my OB at the appointment kind of talked over with me. He said, I'm not really concerned. It is quite common to fail the 1 hour, but I don't really feel like it's necessary to send you for the 2 hour right now. Especially because from my last OB to this OB was a month, and I didn't gain any weight. So he feels that the education of knowing, I'm at risk for gestational diabetes, just to keep that in mind when I'm eating, I should be okay. But if I start to feel bad or the signs get clear that I should take the 2 hour test, then he will suggest that, obviously. But for now, he said, with the education of knowing that I'm at risk, keep that in mind. Start to watch your sugar and your carb intake and how that is affecting you. He feels confident that I should be able to manage it. So I'm thinking that that may have been part of why I was feeling so lethargic and not as well as I had been previous to the past couple of weeks, where I said I was feeling rough and feeling really pregnant. So I feel that me eating better has made me feel better. I have a little bit more energy. As you can tell, I have makeup on today, and my hair is somewhat done, a little bit nicer than usual. And I think that's just like the proof to me that I feel better, she feels better. She's moving a little bit more recently, so I feel like either way, eating better is better. So regardless of the diagnosis, yay or nay, eating better equals feeling better. So the only issue I'm having with it is I definitely need to eat more often. So I have to have like snacks upon snacks ready to go. Like veggie sticks ready to go at any time, fruit ready to go at any time, because if I'm not, I'm starving and I have no idea what to eat, because I don't want to eat carbs, right? If I'm going to eat a carb, I want to pack with a healthy protein to help slow down the glycemic index of that carb. So knowing things like that have really helped me. But I also, again, need to manage my weight, not gain like 5 pounds in a month. So he just wants me to keep steady where I am. You know, he didn't say you can't gain any more weight or anything like that, but he just said, you know, you don't want to like gain a whole bunch of weight in a short amount of time. That shows that you may have the gestational diabetes and your baby might be getting too big. So those are just the things we kind of talked about quickly. It was a very quick appointment, and I was able to register for my hospital stay, which is great. They kind of ask you for your insurance and what type of room you would prefer, and I found out that I need to book a hospital tour. I did want to make a little disclaimer that I don't know for sure that that was what was making me feel not so great. I could have just had like a stomach bug that was kind of going around. Again, a correlation has been seen through me and my energy levels and how I've been feeling with me eating better. So I just wanted to clarify that. Also, I don't know if why I was feeling poorly was due to the increase in hormones that start around the 3rd trimester, because I have noticed I've been breaking out quite a bit on my hormonal zones here, which I haven't done since like the 1st trimester. So that also may have been part of why I wasn't feeling so great the past couple of days at the beginning of the 3rd trimester, because I did read that there is a spike in the hormone levels, so that could have attributed to me feeling poorly as well. So I'm not sure. Like I said, there's about 3 different things that were kind of happening at the same time. I'm just glad that I am feeling better and I'm a little bit more energetic. I have been able to clean the house, which has been great. My husband has definitely been picking up the slack a lot recently in that department, so I have been very happy for that. But I'm sure he's a little bit more happy that I am able to participate a bit more in that aspect of our life. And I think that's all the updates I have for you on how I've been feeling. So yay for feeling better. I wanted to quickly talk about also names, the name debate. Me and my husband are really having a hard time seeing eye to eye. If it was just up to me, she has a name. But my husband wants it to be a little bit more unique, and I don't want a made-up name. I want a name that people know how to say and pronounce. But at the same time, I know that anything can be a name if you want it to be. And as long as we're happy, that's all that matters. So we're still no close to a name, and I will let you know that you probably won't know her name until she is here and I introduce her, because that's just what we've decided. We feel like we need to see her in order to like make that final decision and see what fits. I think that's kind of partially to do with my husband's personality and who he is, but that is our decision. So don't be looking for any name reveals or anything like that, because we will not have that. But it will be when she is here, and I will introduce her to. Oh, I can update you on how my dress fitting went. So we went for the 2nd fitting, and they had put the back in the back of this dress because the dress was see-through in the back, basically, and I didn't feel comfortable with that, and the bride was okay that they put a backing to match the dress, and it looks really, really nice, and they've done a really good job of making me feel comfortable in that dress as much as I'm going to feel comfortable in that dress. So I didn't get a picture. I keep forgetting, so I will try to remember to do that when I go pick it up on Tuesday. So today is Saturday, so I'll be picking it up in just a few days, and it should be completely done. They just needed to hem it this time and bring in the bust just a tiny bit, and they also made me a little hooks to help keep it close to my bra, which is great. Her movements, I would say, I every time I look at updates, no one ever talks about movements and how they change or not change or stay the same. But I want to talk about it because I feel like as a first-time mom and pregnancy, I'm looking for that. I want to know what other people are going through. So movements have been changing. Her kicks are definitely strong sometimes, but there are days where she's a little bit less active, and then she'll have another day where it's kind of like off and on. Every other day. One day, big kicks, big movements, lots going on, and then the next day it's like she's sleeping all day, and I feel her, but it's just little movements. She's just, maybe in her sleep she's moving. It's not any big pows or booms, the fun ones. So yeah, so her movements have kind of changed throughout. Like, I guess she is running out of room. My OB is still not checked position or size, or told me at least, about how much she thinks she weighs, or what percentile she might be in, or what position she may be in. I don't know any of those things. I don't know where my placenta is. I have an idea of where it is because there's only one area that I feel that I don't feel movement. So I don't know whether she's breech. I don't know whether she's in a great position. But I've been told that it's still early and baby still has enough room to flip and get comfortable and may still have time to go head down. Unless my OB, he is fantastic, but I'm wondering if he just doesn't say anything yet because he doesn't want me to worry. That's also one of the things that I kind of, we're going to worry either way, I feel. But no news usually means good news. But at the same time, I wonder, well, maybe he's just trying not to worry me. Because if she does get into the right position, then I don't have to worry at all. But I do kind of wonder if she is transverse or breech or something of that nature. But I guess we don't have to worry until later on. In the 32 plus weeks, I believe, is when they start to test for that. So I will be going to see my OB bi-weekly now, but the appointments are quite quick, and he has been quite flexible about making them in the evenings for me, which has been really, really great, because I do need to, like I said, get those hours in. And good news there as well, I am reaching the 500 mark this week, so that means about 100 more to be in the safe zone for collecting maternity leave. So I'm super, super excited for that. Relieved too, because I can maybe quit, well, not quit, but I can maybe take my leave of absence from my weekend job coming in April, and that would just be so lovely to have weekends, because I feel like I'm not ready for this baby at all, guys. I don't know. I feel like I should be doing more. I should be getting more things ready. But I do have March break coming up where I'm not working at all. That's right before the wedding though, so there is quite a lot going on with the wedding. But I'm going to set aside some time to make sure that I get some things done for baby. We are going to be doing cord blood banking, so I need to order my kit for the stem cells. And I do need to pack my hospital bag. I need to find an outfit for her to go home in. So there's quite a few things that have been on my mind that I do need to get going on. And for right now, the only time that I can see that happening is if I start that during my time off. And I think I'll feel better because I'm A-type personality and I need to get things done ahead of time. That's just who I am. So I know I've got time, but at the same time I'd like to be prepared. So I want to start the process of getting that hospital bag ready. At least start throwing things in and start preparing, making a list or whatever I need to do. But those couple of things, like booking my hospital tour, getting the cord blood kit sent and ordered, and then outfits and hospital bags, is one thing that I will be on, or three things that I will be on my to-do list for March break, other than getting things ready for the wedding. But I think this video is getting a little bit long, so I thank you to the new subscribers that I've seen introduce themselves. Thank you so much for coming by, and I always subscribe back, so I will see you then. And thanks for commenting and watching as well. So take care, guys. Bye for now.